You've heard people say invest your money a million times, but no one is telling you how to actually start, especially if you are a total beginner. Here is the truth: you don't need to be rich, be a genius, or a finance expert to invest. You just need someone to break it down for you. And that is exactly what I'm going to do in this video. I will walk you through 5 things you must do before you start investing, beginner friendly investment options that are available for you, the platforms to use, and I will point you to videos I have made on how to get started step by step. Let's dive in. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Doinsola Toye, and on this channel I share tips on how to make, manage, and multiply money. Let's dive into the subject of today. 5 things you must do before you start investing, beginner friendly investment options for you, and the platforms to use. So, here are 5 things you must do before you start investing. Number one is to define your financial goal. You need to know your why. Are you investing for vibes? I hope not. But you need to know your why. Why are you investing? Is it for short term, like vacation, to buy a car, to buy your dream house, or for long term, like children's education, or for you to be able to retire comfortably? Knowing your why will help you to choose the right investment option for you, whether it is short term, long term, high risk, or low risk. And when you're setting a financial goal, it needs to follow this SMART framework. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. I want to blow is not a goal. I want to make more money. I want to save more money. I want to invest more money. It's not a goal, because at what point do you measure? At what point do you get to the point that, okay, you have achieved the more? So write down everything that is coming to your mind that you want to achieve with money. That is simply what a financial goal is. The plans that you have, what you want to achieve with money in next Y years. Write everything down and then begin to look at it in the light of the SMART framework. So here's an example. I want to have 5 million naira or save 5 million naira in my emergency fund account by the end of May 2026. That is a goal. Now let's look at it in the light of the SMART framework. S is for specific. Is it specific? Yes, 5 million naira, and it has a goal: emergency savings or emergency fund. So it is specific. Is it measurable? Absolutely. Every 6 months, or every 3 months, or every month, I can measure my progress. Now we need to look at achievable and realistic in the light of my current financial situation. 5 million in 12 months, that's about 416,000 naira. If my income is 200,000 naira in heaven and earth, no side income, nothing, I'm not banking or planning with, oh, someone may dash me money, working with the current reality, right? 200,000 naira, then it is not achievable, neither is it realistic, even though it is timely. So look at all of these goals that you've written down in the light of the SMART framework. Even though it means timely and measurable, it is not achievable and realistic, cross it out and move to the next one. So you need to know your why. When you have a financial goal, you have a direction. You are not jumping on every investment if it does not fit into your financial goal. Number two is to know your risk tolerance or your risk appetite level. Some people can deal with the ups and downs in the market. It is opportunity for them to buy more. Why some people will start panicking when they see everywhere red, like blood or tomato, right? All right. So you need to know if, oh, it's capital preservation. No, preserve my capital while I get little interest. I don't mind, right? All I'm about is cash flow. Then you will need to look at low risk investment opportunities, right? And you say, oh, I think I can take on a bit of more risk. Then you'll be looking at maybe stocks, ETFs, REIT. You say, oh, I have big appetite for risk. Then you'll be looking at cryptocurrency or forex as the case may be, right? So you need to know your risk appetite level. When you know your risk appetite, you'll not be jumping into any investment you see because your friend is doing it or because it's popular. Number three is to have an emergency fund in place. Emergency fund protects your investment. When there is financial emergency, You are not liquidating your investments prematurely, thereby losing maybe part of your interest or a part of your capital because you have a financial emergency you need to meet and it's only your investment that can cater to it. But when you have emergency fund, you just go to your emergency fund account, withdraw the money, use it to cater to the needs, make sure you replenish, and your investment is chilling, right, and save. So I know you're probably thinking, so how do I go about emergency fund, right? You should have at least 3 to 6 months of your living expense in your emergency fund account. So if 100K is my expense every month, what I spend every month, that means I should have at least 600,000 naira in my emergency fund account. And I'll put it in either a high yield savings account or a money market fund account. Number four is to make sure that you pay off high interest debt first, or pay off your debt, right? Your income is your most powerful wealth building tool. And if it is tied down in paying debt, you're not taking full advantage of your income. So pay off your debt so that you can have more money to save and invest. Hold on man anything but love. And number five is to start with what you can afford. Don't wait till you have a lump sum. Start with 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, or even 1,000 naira. Compound interest rewards those who start early and not those who start big. So your 1,000 naira, you can invest in stocks, you can invest in something. So define your financial goal, know your risk appetite or risk tolerance level, build an emergency fund, pay off high interest debt, and start with what you can afford. Now, let's go into the beginner friendly investment options that are available for you. Number one is Treasury Bills. These are low risk investment backed by the federal government of Nigeria, and you can start with as little as 100,000 naira. They are safe for those who are just beginning to understand the terrain of investment. Number two is the FGN savings bond. It is also backed by the federal government and it is low risk. When I say low risk, that means your capital is preserved, is not what's it called, exposed to the ups and down in the market, right? Why the interest might not be so much. With FGN savings bond, you can start with as little as 5,000 naira. The next one will open next month, June. It opens up every month for investment. I have a video on how to get started with FGN savings bond, how to get started with treasury bills, mutual fund, and the likes, right? And then the next one is mutual fund or money market fund. This is one of my favorite beginner friendly tool, right? Where a fund manager invests your money in a mix of assets like bonds, stocks, and other assets. You don't need to know so much about the market. The next one is dollar investment. If you're looking at preserving your money from naira devaluation, then you can invest in dollar assets like the US stocks, ETFs, REITs, or even dollar mutual fund. And then the last one is high yield savings accounts. This is not exactly an investment, but it is good for emergency savings or short term investment, and they offer more interest than your traditional bank account is going to offer you. So for high yield savings accounts, you look at apps like Carrywise, Piggyvest, Optimus, Ladder, etc, right? If you want to look at investing in stocks, dollar mutual fund, ETFs, and REITs, then you look at apps like Bamboo. Bamboo also allows you to invest in both naira, Nigerian stocks and US stocks. Bamboo, Trove. For dollar mutual fund, you'll be talking to maybe Stanbic IBTC, right? And then for treasury bills, you can reach out to Afri Invest. You can also use Bamboo to invest in treasury bills. For FGN savings bond, you can reach out to Afri Invest. You can reach out to Stanbic IBTC. For other Naira mutual fund or money market fund, ARM, or you can use apps like Carrywise. You can reach out to Stanbic IBTC, Meristem, as the case may be. You should watch my video on this individual portfolios that you can invest in. Now that you know what and where to invest in. Let's look at how to get started in practical terms. Number one is to choose a platform, perhaps a platform or two. Don't overwhelm yourself trying to have several apps, right? And then you're all over the place. Choose one or two. If it is dollar savings, right? Rice vest. I forgot to mention that. Dollar savings, rice vest. To invest in real estate as well, rice vest. If you're looking at investing in US stocks, ETFs, and REITs, then you'll be looking at apps like Bamboo, you'll be looking at apps like Trove, you'll be looking at apps like Optimus. If it is high yield savings accounts, then either Cowrywise or PiggyVest is what you go for, or you want to research another reliable, right, and secured high yield savings accounts or fintech platforms that you want to use. For mutual fund, you can use Carrywise app for mutual fund. So one app, you can use it for mutual fund or high yield savings account, or you reach out to maybe FBN Quest, FSDH, Stanbic IBTC, ARM. So choose one platform. Number two is to set up your account. So you need to go through the KYC process, know your customer. You have to provide your BVN, your valid ID, and every other information that they need. Number three is to fund your wallet and choose an investment, right? So you fund your wallet if you're picking Cowrywise. So it's either you're doing high yield savings account, saving on them, or you're picking one of the mutual fund on their platform, right? If you're choosing Bamboo, that means you have a whole number of stocks or ETFs to pick from, right? So start small, pick one and ensure that you top up monthly. Number four is to track your progress. You may log in, maybe it's every week, weekly, or maybe every month or two that you want to track your progress. But don't panic by short term changes. Do not panic because of short term changes in maybe fluctuation in the market and all that and all that. No, you don't have to do that. So choose a platform, don't overwhelm yourself. Number two is to set up your account. Pick one investment and start with, and do it consistently. So top up every month and track your progress. If this video has helped you to understand how to start investing as a beginner and where and what to invest in, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more beginner friendly finance tips. If you have any question, don't hesitate to drop it in the comments, whether it's about which investments to choose, which platform to choose, or how to build financial goal. I'm here to help you. Until my next video, don't forget, start small, do it consistently, and let your money grow.